The vegan dating app helps you find your meatless match. Get paid $5,000 a week, but the decisions are made by what? A time traveler from 2858. Really? Again? A McDonald's plastic straw from the 80s is selling for how much? Oh, it's wrapped. Okay, I get it. More than 50% of people are sleeping with their exes. And a woman says she has no friends at work, so she has to have lunch in the toilet. Who knows? News you probably won't remember next week. Let's go. What's up, guys? Vaughn Joseph here. Vaughn Joseph Show does Who News you probably won't remember next week. Let's get right to the goodies. So, a vintage Tesco... Okay. People don't know what goes on here. Intro. I read weird news from the... Heart attack? I read weird news from the mirror.co.uk. I don't touch on all the stories, but that's where you'll find the ones I skip. And if you want to go back and take a look at yourself, that's where you'll find those stories. The ones we do touch on, I will do a little bit of a commentary on. Maybe. Let's see what we can find for you to forget about by next week. I wanted to tell my dad my baby news myself, but mom got there first, so what? Chef shares trick. No, I refuse to pay my sisters $40,000, okay? Yeah, we're off to a great start. Ooh, these new slap fights are interesting. Man left with swollen and disfigured face after brutal 30-minute slapping contest. That's to be expected. Wow, check that one out. Landlord makes nightmare discovery after tenants complain of foul smell in home. I bet it was a dead body. But we're looking for the weird news. Not weird news, guys. Woman fumes as neighbors' builders smash through wall during loft conversion. Yeah, that's weird. Our family has lots of names starting with B. Who cares? Vegan dating app. And this vegan dating app wants you to find your meatless match. It hits back at hate over rude slogan. For many vegans looking for something more casual, this new vegan dating app could be the one with their loud and proud campaign turning haters' words into a mantra. Meeting someone organically out and about is becoming a thing of the past, with an increasing number of people turning to online dating and apps to meet the love of their life. For most singles, they will have dabbled in the classics like Tinder, Hinge, or Bumble at least once in their relationship journey. Just because there is an abundance of people on the apps doesn't mean you'll find someone who is right for you. This is being tackled by a wave of more specific dating apps for people who have similar interests or backgrounds. Like you can go to the workout ones, going to work out, military, dog owners. Well, lucky for any lifelong vegans or those who have made it this far into vegan-January, how do we say it? Whatever. There's a new vegan app making waves. Grazer. Wow. It says F vegans. Now there's an app for that. Wow. This isn't the first niche dating app for plant-based people, but its loud campaign has been turning heads. Signs have popped up with the words FUC blank vegans across the UK, encouraging users to do so literally. That's where you go if you want to meet your vegan sweetheart. I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not a vegan. I don't want to be offending people. People get offended when you talk about veganism. They want to be vegan. Now they got their own app. I'm not going to say anything on that. We won't even need to go to commentary cam on that. I received a 100-pound parking fine for having my car wheel over a white line. I'm fuming. Pay your ticket. Learn to park. You can get paid 5,000 pounds a week to work, but a dice will make all your decisions for you. This was a book, wasn't it? An iGaming company is looking to hire a new recruit who will be paid 5,000 pounds for just 1 week's work. But there's a catch. They will have to relinquish all control because a virtual dice will make all their decisions for them. The company, which is called Platin Casino, is putting together a social experiment where they attempt to recreate the premise of the infamous 1974 novel Dice Man. Bow, not Andrew. But in real life. It's not for the faint of heart because it will see one person give up all their decision-making powers. The person who's hired, who will be called the Dice Player, will for 1 week be put through several everyday scenarios, and there will be 6 different paths they can take. But what will happen will be decided by the role of a virtual dice. Okay, I don't like that, first off. It's going to be streamed live on YouTube. It's going to be streamed live on YouTube for the public to watch, which is fine. The problem that I have with it is that the dice are virtual. That's the only problem that I have with it. I would be down to clown with you guys if your dice weren't virtual. And I'll tell you why. Because we already know that this Sam Bankman-Fried guy, the guy from FTX crypto that hustled billions, was a part, it was either him or one of his high-level uppers that was a part of a company that had an online casino, and they were ripping. They could see people's cards. They could see the cards that you were supposed to have in your hand on this website, and they were cheating. So, I mean, obviously this isn't going to be that big of a deal. It's going to be mostly for entertainment and so on, but I still don't agree with the fact that the dice are virtual. So to take part in this social experiment, you must live in the UK, must be at least 21 years old, and have no criminal history because they don't want any drama. Passers-by in hysterics after spotting dog chewing through the front door. Wow. So I was really looking at getting another dog. And when I see stories like this, locals in Fife, Scotland were allegedly all smiles after spotting a dog that had chewed through a front door in the village of Kelty. A photo of the four-legged pooch was snapped by a passerby on Thursday, the 26th of January, and shared to social media where it quickly rocketed in views. The stunning local shared the hilarious snap of the dog popping its head through the UPVC door on the property. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is like a really bad advertisement for dogs. Could you imagine coming home and your front door has been eaten by your dog? What a nightmare. Weatherspoons, no one cares. Time traveler from 2858 claims human bones will be found on Mars this year. Wow, the bait has been clicked. Let's take a look. A self-professed time traveler from 2858 has left TikTok users divided. Back to commentary cam. We're going over here. Why are all of these time travelers going exclusively to TikTok? Why are they not coming to Instagram? Why are they not coming to YouTube? Because these companies know that your accounts are nonsense. That they're made somewhere specifically. If you had the technology, if you existed in 2858, don't give me this Terminator terminology mindset about nothing inorganic can go through, so you arrive naked. If you did that, you would have already been found out, because there's no way on this earth that you're going to live anywhere where you have access to internet, mobile phone. Yeah, first of all, if you're from 2858, I'm thinking this through now. How did you get a phone? How did you open a TikTok account, get an email address, all that? Because you can't just go into Verizon, EE, wherever you live, and say, I need a phone. They're going to ask for some ID. And if you're pulling out ID from 835 years from now, 36 years from now, it's going to probably look a little different. And they're going to say, I don't recognize this. Phone denied. Anyway, the mysterious person who claims to be from hundreds of years in the future shared their creepy prediction for the upcoming year on social media. Good to know that TikTok is still going strong in 2858, that you can come back 835 years later and still know how to use old technology like TikTok. Their claim that bones will be found sometime in 2023 I'm not even getting into it with you guys in these typos. Sparks speculation that human life originated on the red planet. Human life did not. Okay, I don't know. I'm not from Mars. The user known as Darkness Time Travel on TikTok has posted a list of their predictions for this year, including that aliens will take over the world in February. That's in a couple days. And that humans will receive superpowers in July. How exciting. What a great year for human beings. What a great year to be alive. This is awesome. Tell me what the number's going to be next weekend. You got to be kidding me, right? Seriously? Let's get to this McDonald's plastic straw or something and this, I don't know. But this time traveler guy is just a little bit out of his mind. An unopened McDonald's straw from the 80s is selling for a whopping 1,500 pounds. That's very close to $2,000 US, people of Earth. Nostalgia is a powerful tool, and sometimes the strangest remnants of years gone by can appear online and move you unexpectedly. eBay is the place to go if you're feeling like you need a blast from the past with millions of old toys, clothes, and memorabilia for sale. An odd piece of nostalgia that can go for big bucks on the second-hand site is an old McDonald's plastic straw. It's unopened, and it's in its original wrapping, of course. The vintage McDonald's straw from the 80s is currently being flogged for no one's going to buy this. 1,500 pounds. Astounding when you think about how they were previously given out for free. It's not astounding. It's only astounding if someone's stupid enough to buy a straw from the 80s. Look what I got. Whoever buys that should be slapped. Whoever's selling that should slap the guy that buys it. You just slap him. And just, oh gosh, it's so stupid. This is why it's called news you won't remember next week, because this is just nonsense. The Luton, of course. He's from Luton. I don't know if it's a guy. The Luton-based seller is insisting that this is a rare collector's item and wrote, rare vintage plastic McDonald's straw, 1986. Still in wrapper, unopened and in good condition for age. How do you know it's still wrapped? How do you know it's not got a crack going down the side of it? It's plastic. For this price, any McDonald's fan could buy approximately 429 Big Macs or 300 share boxes of chicken McNuggets, each with 20 nuggets in it. Man shares picture of UFO, but people are torn as some say it's one of ours. Okay. Woman dates men based on how close they live to her favorite food spots. Okay. I mean, this isn't weird news, but this is interesting because I know that a lot of women are doing this thing where they go out to eat. They go out on these food dates. At least I know it was happening in like New York or something. Women are going on these food dates. They're going out with these men to get a free meal, and then they're like, adios. I'd take her to Burger King. I'd let her get extra cheese on her Whopper. Whopper. Just kidding. I wouldn't pay 1,500 pounds for a straw for her to drink through, though. I'll tell you that much. Confusion over Britain's shortest cycle lane. Okay, no one cares. Dad urged to dump red flag partner who called relationship with his daughter weird. Well, that's about as weird as we've gotten today, other than someone actually going to buy a straw. More than half of us are sleeping with an ex-partner, research reveals. I'm not, so does that mean you are? What if we're the only two people in the room? While breaking up with an ex is never easy, it has been revealed that a shocking amount of us are remaining closer than we might like to admit with our ex-partners. Begrudgingly, many people may choose to never feast their eyes on an ex again after they have broken up. However, according to new research, a whopping 53% of individuals are continuing to sleep with an ex. That's probably why my ex-girlfriend left. She probably went back to some old penis. A new survey of 2008 people over the age of 18 obtained from Love Honey reveals that more than half of people are canoodling with an ex after a breakup due to sexual compatibility. People between 45 and 54 were most likely to remain close with an ex. The study found that the majority of adults are choosing to maintain an amicable relationship with an ex. Meanwhile, 69% of people admitted that they have previously made attempts to keep things friendly. Men in particular were found to have been on good terms with an ex, coming in at 71% compared to 57% of those identifying as non-binary, saying that they were likely to keep an ex in their lives. What about women? What the hell does non-binary have to do with this? And you compare them to men. The survey revealed that people aged 54, yet 42% of people aged 18 to 24 admitted they were most likely to cut ties with an ex, branding them as most hostile with their ex-partners. Well, when you're 18 to 24, do you really, there's just far too many people in this earth for you to really be worried about that. And I think when you get to age 45 to 54, you kind of you've experienced quite a bit more life. You've experienced double the life of 18 to 24 people and probably 3 times the dating life that they've experienced. So as a result, it's kind of like having gone out to a whole lot of restaurants versus only having eaten at McDonald's. You kind of know a little bit of everything that you like. So when you find somebody that's like, oh, this is a really decent person, I don't like the way she drinks, or I don't like the way she laughs, or maybe she snorts and you don't think it's cute, or whatever. Maybe you don't like her kids, but you like them enough to know that this is pretty good, at least sexually, right? So that's, I didn't mean that like that. That's a scale. That's a gauge. I could have just gone like this. It would have been the same thing, but maybe not. Anyway, so that's why I probably think that people older are like, yeah, well, they're a little crazy, but the sex was good. And I don't know. What do I know? I don't keep in touch with, I just think men are more satellite-ish. We're always hovering around the woman that we kind of loved and cared about, and we're just hoping they give us landing instructions to come on back home. And that's probably what they mean by people are getting back with their exes. Anyway, did we promise you another story and haven't brought it to? Oh, yeah, the poor woman that has to sleep or have her lunch in the bathroom. This is a very sad story. I don't even know if I really want to read this one. But a woman has admitted that she's forced to spend her lunch break in public restrooms as she's not close with her colleagues in the office. I want to have lunch with this woman, like right now. Gloomily, she also admitted to phoning her doctor's surgery to give her coworkers the impression that she was busy on the phone in case she was spotted alone. Wow, you know how I feel about the typos. I just have to pause. I'm sorry. Taking to the popular forum, Momsnet, the upset woman admitted that she looked up from her desk at lunch to find that her colleagues had left for lunch without her. In the post, she explained, I was at work and all my colleagues went off for lunch. And I really struggle to invite myself along as I feel like a burden, not wanted, low self-esteem problems. Oh my gosh. The woman went on, I'm also not really close to any of my colleagues, whereas they are all quite close. Today, nobody asked me. I just looked up from my desk and all my colleagues had gone off to lunch. I then felt embarrassed and didn't want to walk into the canteen alone and didn't know what else to do. So they eat lunch at work. My work is near a town center, so I spent my lunch going to one public loo to waste time, then walking along to the next set of public loos and so on just to waste time. Okay. This is weird. Now, why are you going to toilets just to waste time? If you're in a town center, there's plenty of things to do to just walk around and go see. There are endless shops that you could just go waste time in. Why are you going to toilets? This is a very weird story, and it's a perfect way to end the show because it's just weird, weird, weird. Tune in next week for news that you're not going to remember next week. Because that's okay, because next week we've got more news and stories that you're not going to remember next week. So like, subscribe, follow, share, and do all that cool stuff. My throat is hurting. Peace.
These ones or these ones?
Saw an episode of Intervention. And I know I'm fine.
Illinois, Mr. Robert Bobby McNeely. He is going to join us tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Elaine Zhang, and today I am here with Eli Seal, documentary filmmaker.
I need more.
Welcome to The Only Way is Linda. Today I have a really special guest here.